Gonna smoke me a fatty brisket. I got my barbecue shoes on. Gonna smoke me a fatty brisket. I got my barbecue shoes on. Got my natural case and got the hogs on the
Welcome to BBQPitBoys.com. Today we're cooking up some spicy meatball soup at the pit, and it's real easy to do. All right, to get started, we're going to make some meatballs. And here I've got about a 3.5 pound chuck, beef chuck, all right? And whenever you're making hamburgers or cooking up hamburgers, chuck is the best cut of meat. It's got a lot of flavor, all right? And better yet, if you can grind up your own chuck for your burgers, you definitely got to do it, because this is from muscle meat. It's not scrap meat we're going to do here, right? And it's, well, this is how we do it. We're going to cut them up to small pieces, like 1-inch pieces, maybe a little bit bigger, because we're going to be putting it through a meat grinder, right? And this is the easiest way to do it. Oh, yeah. Now, if you've never had spicy meatball soup before, you definitely got to check it out. This is some real good eating at the pit. Again, cut up the chuck to small pieces, and also refrigerate them for a bit. Get them ice cold. It makes it a lot easier working with one of these meat chopperators. All right. Now we're using a coarse blend because we like the meat nice and coarse, the texture. But if you want a double grind, of course you can. It's all up to you. Now take a look at that. Now, of course, this recipe calls for peppers, and we've got some bell peppers we're cutting up. We've got some poblanos here. Oh yeah, this is like a pepper soup too, right? It's got some heat. And here, of course, we've got some jalapenos, and we're removing the seeds. The seeds have no heat, of course, you do know that, right? And we're going to need some onions, about 4 cups of chopped onions. This is going to be good. And here we've got some garlic, and we're using a lot of garlic, about 8 garlic cloves minced, all right? Yeah, chop them up. All right, let's put this together, all right? Let's make the meatballs. Now, to about 3.5 pounds of ground chuck, we're adding about 3 cloves of minced garlic. We're adding 2 eggs, and we're adding about a cup of breadcrumb. We're using a panko breadcrumb, right? It's a Japanese-style breadcrumb that works really good with the meat. And you're going to need, at least a tablespoon and a half of SPG, or salt and pepper. It's got a little more garlic in it. And you want to mix it up. Mix it up good. Oh, yeah. It's good enough to eat already. Yeah, I want to get it right. Now, let's make the meatballs. And you make them fairly small so they're not too big in the soup, right? So, just grab them like that. You know how to make meatballs, right? Now, not all of these meatballs are going to go in the soup. You always want to make more meatballs than you can use in the soup, because you got to have some snacking, right? Now, while we're doing that, we're roasting up some peppers. We're blacking them, right? We're going to add a lot of flavor to these peppers, as you can see right there. Just cook them a little bit, and they'll soften up and get that black char. And leave that black char on there. Don't sweat them off later. And here we've got about 4 ears of corn. All right, and we're going to do the same thing. We'll char them up a little bit.
I feel the skin on that. I like it like that. That's what I mean.
No, my question. Just like that.
Got it.
Okay, meatballs have been made, and now we're going to cook a medium heat. You don't want to cook them too fast. They'll just break up on you. And, oh man, take a look at that. Like I said, you make more than you need for the soup, so you can be some snacking, right? You want to sear them up good and cook them to medium rare. All right, the meatballs are done. Look at that. Oh, baby. Now let's prepare the soup. First, we're going to pour some olive oil in a hot pan. And we're going to take about 4 cups of chopped onions, like I said. And we'll just cook them just for a little bit. Bring out the flavor, right? And to that, we're going to add our minced garlic. Oh, man. And here we've got some potatoes. And these are red potatoes, are the smalls, right? And we'll just cut them in half. And we'll bring out a little flavor in the potatoes, too. All right. Now we're going to add some beef stock, and we're going to add at least 2 quarts of beef stock, probably 2.5 quarts. It depends how big that pot you have, right? I told you this is going to be easy to do, right? Nothing like a big bowl of spicy meatball soup, especially when the weather starts getting chilly, right? Oh, yeah. Man. All right, about 2.5 quarts, more or less. And now we're going to take up the grilled corn, and we're going to cut the kernels right off the sides, just like that. Yeah. And we're going to chop the roasted peppers. And we're going to throw it all in the soup. Yeah. And now throw as many meatballs as you can in there, right? And here is the extra heat. This is optional. We've got some chipotle jalapeno peppers. They're a smoked jalapeno pepper. They're real hot. And if you know about the chipotles, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this is optional. You have the heat in the soup already, but this will kick it up. It'll kick it up good. Now, nothing to do but kick back and wait for the soup to simmer for an hour. And through the miracle of time, take a look at that. Oh, man, can you smell that? It smells good. I say, it's time to eat.